Hey there, fellow fleet captains, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 41, Resigned for the Future. I think what we need to do is maybe try to micromanage monitors to isolate the enemy tesseracts. So I think this time go around, I'm going to stack monitors so that they protect the Pegasus, because I think in this case, when they get close, the Paragon's autopulse lasers are really effective at flux maxing the enemy, and the Pegasus is really effective at sort of finishing it, punching through the armor. So I'm going to issue individual orders so that the monitors are getting up in the face of the Tesseracts to try to take heat and aggro from the rest of the ships, so that we can just, like, DPS stack. I have to do a risky vent, but, you know, it works. Oh my god, monitor, move. Alright, that Pegasus cooked. The Auroras are... Oh, I see. It was somewhat my fault. I'm gonna try to help this Pegasus, the Paragon, but I don't know what I can do from a distance with it sitting in front of me such that it is... it's just gonna blow up on me and damage me in the process. And that Aurora's blowing itself up, that's fine. Alright, everybody attack that one that's isolated. I'll try to hold off the others. If my entire fleet together can't take out one, we really don't have much of a hope. And I think the issue is they're not focus firing enough. Oh no, they did. They just took out one. Okay, take out this one. So one Tesseract down, 2 to go, and I have everyone focus firing on the Tesseract that's front and center, as I'm just like tank turtling. Actually, have you take out this one. It's more damaged. Alright, I want to get around this Paragon. Dude, don't park behind me. I'm strafing left as fast as I can. There we go. Yep, keep doing it. Keep doing it. I don't care if I blow up. If we take out a Tesseract, that's still good. Super risky vent. Not that I had much of a choice. Right into another fortress shield. Okay, we have more deployment points. And I'm trying to dip behind the other capital ships here so that when I see an opportunity to, there we go, I can vent now. This Tesseract is, I mean, their Tesseracts are pretty damaged. This one is almost broken. I just need a little bit of cooperation from the rest of the fleet, but it's almost gone, and then they only have one left after that. There we go. Alright, everybody after the final one. And then we'll go up to Smalls. Pegasus went down. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna have to clear out some of the Smalls. It looks like the other Paragon is getting cooked by the small stuff. So I'm gonna help it before it gets blown up. If I even can. The other Paragon is like sitting there at flux max, like not able to do anything. It's been just like locked up for a while. Oh god! I did manage to blow up one of the shield breakers. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Because now I have to vent being swarmed. Owie, owie, owie. Trying to take that shield breaker has been tough. The Odysseys are honestly just like complete wastes of deployment points, but I'm just throwing them at the Tesseract for now just to buy time. But I think at this point the other Paragon is too cooked. Once it blows up, I have one more Paragon. Oh, there. The Odyssey blew up like within 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? Oh, I didn't mean to vent. I meant to hit G, not V. And I'll even do the Prometheus. There we go. So there's just one Tesseract left. And some smaller shards. I'm gonna try to... I'm hoping that the other Paragon can turtle and tank the other Tesseract. I doubt it can. But if it can, it gives me an opportunity to clear out the smaller stuff and then we'll team up on the Tesseract. I kind of don't think this is going to end well. And this will be my last attempt for now. Yeah, the other Paragon decided not to Fortress. I noticed. It just fought until its flux was maxed, and that's a good way to blow yourself up. So it blew itself up. It's pretty done now. Some of that is just like the AI being doofuses, and I can't control that. I can't tell them to fortress. Oh no, I take it back. This thing is high flux. Ah, it blew up. If only it could hang in there, because I'm not gonna. I don't do enough sustained DPS to take out a Tesseract by myself, and I'm the only one on the battlefield other than the Prometheus. Definitely the closest we've come so far, but short of a miracle, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Because I'm just gonna get overwhelmed by Tesseract flak. Yeah, okay, I'm done. So I think if we, I should load before the, not this one. I should load the save copy. I think what we should do, if I am to try to take it out, is to ditch the Odysseys entirely. In fact, maybe even, oh, that was not a good load. Maybe even just scuttle them, because honestly they were just hunks of junk. And then, to maybe get some more Paragons or something like that. But for now, I'm going to be preparing for the Syndrian colony crisis. Alright, gates. Here we go. So how far out is the crisis? It's imminent, but not quite that imminent. Got it. What I might end up doing to wait is to, do some smuggling runs to afford the recovery of the shunt. That was weird. I also don't think the Furies were particularly effective either. I think they were too squishy, and they just get blown up for the 20 points that they cost. Alright. But I'm not focusing on that. I'm not even entertaining the thought anymore. I'm changing gears entirely, so won't be thinking about the fleets needed for that at all at the moment. Instead, it's going to be about the Shunt and Syndrian. So, if you're chatting about it still, I'm not responding to that stuff. In order to get the thing restored, wow, there is not a lot of demand for... There's not a lot of demand for really much of anything I have to sell. Well, that's unfortunate. Makes it a little expensive to actually try to make money. Let's see. The problem is individual missions aren't good moneymakers anymore. So if I'm trying to make money, I still probably need to smuggle, even though there isn't really anywhere good to smuggle. Price overhead for this isn't great, but it's as good as anywhere. So we'll go to Elmar and Karas. Was there anything else? Kanta wants some volatiles, but the price for volatiles is pretty bad. Elmar does want some drugs. The price is pretty bad, but it's still technically profit. And they're willing to buy fuel, I guess. Okay. God, where is it? Thule and Westerness, okay. Go to Thule. Where's I selling this? Thule and Rhadamant. Oh, the demands changed as I, like, came here. Annoying. Not enough chaos in the galaxy at the moment for super profitable trades. Yeah, or they've just been supplied by mercantile fleets. But it's possible that there isn't a lot of hostility right now. Okay, the raider base has been disrupted, so can't even sell here. I wish the game would, like, inform you that when you're getting trade price, it's like, oh, but, you know, if you come here, there won't be a point. What? That would be nice. And pirates are all over this system now, too. I guess the pirates are just getting really aggressive, but they apparently haven't been causing... Oh, shoot. Transponder. They haven't been causing enough economic damage to warrant price changes or anything like that. Alright, next stop will be Karas and Arcadia Citadel. Got some money. So while I have that money, we'll continue restoration. And we are up to 20%. No, there is a lot of chaos in the core. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of crazy. A lot of wars going on. Oh, another Merc officer. I think I'm done with Merc officers. I think whatever benefit I could have gleaned from that, I've already done. So, Volturn and Citadel Arcadia. Got it. Do I feel like this mod's at its New Game Plus? I don't think so, no. I mean, it does add replayability. If you've played Starsector before, it gives you a lot more content. But I guess I don't really know what you mean by New Game Plus. Yeah, trying to make profit off of heavy machinery kind of sucks. The price overhead is not great. Even still, I've netted a profit, just not as much as as I would have hoped for. Oh, now I'm finding merc officers everywhere. Gotta love how that works, right? Now that I'm like, alright, I'm good hiring out more mercs. Game's like, here's a bajillion. So what are the hostilities right now? I've got a little bit of time before the fuel crisis. Syndria doesn't really like our black market trades. They can bite me. I don't care. And as far as the colonies go, Red Fox is now sporting smelting, so we'll upgrade to refining. Raveno has heavy production, we'll upgrade to heavy industry. And I think those are the only industries to be upgraded. So I'm using some of my... It's not even in demand anymore. Oh, well, it is at Chasseldon. Sometimes smuggling just sucks. Everywhere you go, you don't get there in time before making the profit that we were hoping for. That's definitely the case for me at the moment. I should probably pare down my fleet as well. I mean, I have a lot of ships with me right now, and it makes it expensive to run these smuggle runs. The next time I'm at Tarshish, I'll, like, ditch a whole bunch. I just was getting tired of getting jumped by, like, random pirate fleets that had no hope of winning, or beating me. It's a waste of my time. Well, here we go. Some smuggling done. What's Syndria's fuel market share? Good question. 18%? They're getting smoked by me. There's honestly not a lot of money to be made in simple fuel. But you guys voted for it, so I was like, all right, yeah, I'll mess them up as a fuel baron. Sure, why not? Does. Okay, good. Kanta wants volatils again. That feels more normal. Chasseldon, they want some heavy armaments. Epiphany wants drugs. And so does Chit. Okay, so demands are like back up. There's some profit to be made smuggling. And Kanta wants organs. All them extra kidneys. Cool. This will be a little bit more profitable to run than last. What makes a lot of money? Industries? Are you talking about, like, as far as smuggling goes? Generally illegal things makes money because illegal things tend to be undersupplied. And then the case of Kanta's Den, volatiles, because I created an artificial demand for volatiles because Kanta likes to burn people up. Missions to destroy enemy bases can be profitable. Yeah, that can make you money, as can bounties. But when you have to consider searching for bounties can take time, and there's no guarantee that you'll actually find someone that offers you a bounty. It can also be, so that's also important to know, is if I'm smuggling things, I can essentially near guarantee that I have somewhere to bring the goods. Whereas if I'm looking for bounty targets, it can be like 4 times more flying for one payout, where all the while I'm paying a lot more for the fleet for the bounty. So that's why you don't see me do a lot of bounties, because the fleet costs of just running a larger fleet to do those bounties generally makes the bounty not pay for itself. Because you can't run around with a minimum fleet and expect to clear bounties effectively. I'm not going to be able to afford the next recovery, but we're up to 34% capacity. Not terrible. Over a third done. And yeah, when you fully consider like the amount of money I make from one smuggling run, it's easily like 3 or 4 bounties worth. Which is why I just haven't been going after bounties, because I make more money and spend less on fleet not doing them. At this point, there might not really be anywhere to bring my smuggled stuff. I mean, 800 drugs to Garnier is okay, I guess, if there was other things to bring to Garnier, but there kind of isn't, because they're not in demand anywhere else. I have a bunch of random metals that I didn't pay for. So maybe I'll bring these random metals to Magic. I'm intentionally not getting rid of my Pather cells. I mentioned this before, you must have missed it, which is that I want Syndria, their colony crisis, and if I destroy the Pather cells, I might not get the Syndrian crisis, because you reset the crisis event. So I'm keeping the Pather cells for that purpose. Basically, I want the crisis done so that I can move on. As soon as the Syndrian crisis is over, I can very honestly consider using AI cores, which means I can start colonizing again and expanding our empire again. I just don't want the Syndrian crisis stacked with the Hedge crisis stacked with the Pather crisis all at once. So I've been waiting for AI cores until all the other crises events are resolved, which is why I'm very ready for Syndria to come try to disrupt my fuel enterprise so that I can negate future crises from them. Exactly. Crisis juggling. I guess we're going to Garnier. So Garnier is in Corvus. Anything else going to Corvus? Probably not. Oh, no, they also want Marines. Do you want fuel? Not that I can tell. Do you want... Nope. And we'll just keep smuggling for a little bit. Trying to earn that recovery money. So I think after spending, I don't know exactly how much I spent in the Colonization percent, but easily like, I don't know, 10 mil or so. It's pretty safe to say it is not an undertaking that is quick or easy or anything like that. It's brutal. But the benefit it supplies is worth it. Once paid out. And the problem I face right now is if we want to get the Veil, I probably need to save up a whole bunch of money for building ships to be able to take out the Veil fleet. So there's sort of like 3 things that our economy could be investing in right now, which is a Veil fleet, a Crisis fleet, or megastructure restoration. And I can't pick 3. I can pick, you know, maybe one of those things. Even though I'd like to be doing all 3, it's just not all that reasonable. Now, apparently Kanta... Let's bring 1,500 supplies to Epiphany. Anything else going to Epiphany? Content wants fuel, that's fine. Epiphany, do you want drugs? I hate when Epiphany doesn't want drugs. It makes me sad. Ugh. Nothing like your gate sitting in a solar flare. That feels good. Just get blasted. Ships are next to useless as a way to make money. Yes, yes. I got that as a YouTube comment a bunch. People wondering why I'm not recovering ships, restoring their hulls through hull restoration, and then subsequently selling them. And the reason I don't do that is it doesn't make you squat. It sucks bad for money making. Because ships sell for pennies on the dollar, and restoring them uses fuel and a lot of supplies, and fuel and a lot of supplies is, well, expensive. So blowing up ships to recover them to sell them is honestly, I think you'll probably lose money than make money. In the scheme of things, it's a terrible idea and a complete waste of time if you're actually trying to make a buck. It's maybe the worst way to make money in this game compared to similar games where you can do things like that. I don't really think that there's enough galactic supply for my smuggling at this point. Monthly income broke even. Megastructures is up to... Oh, we paused, right. Yeah, it's not like X4 where you like recover one ship and sell it for millions. Here it's like, if I recovered this Paragon, I could maybe sell it for 100k, having spent 100k in supplies. It's if anything, it probably needs rebalancing, but I think it is that way, so that you can't just like roll like naval victories into a mega economy. So I think very much by design, you just can't sell ships as a means of a livelihood. And I kind of agree with that, because I've definitely played some games where you could, and it was just so easy to snowball, where you just like make oodles of money destroying fleets, and it's a double-edged sword, because as you destroy the fleets making oodles of money, you also weaken your opponents, and then it snowballs to a very easy victory. So I can totally see why, for that balancing reason specifically, Starsector just does not let you make money from ships. I get it. I'll find a market for the supplies that I just bought. But the armaments are going to Voltorb. I know I don't have a smuggle ship, I don't have a mule, I don't have the buffalo, which is fine. I'm just trying to stay off the radar of the pickets and scans. Yeah, it's like RimWorld's selling weapons. Weapons in RimWorld are sold at like a seventh of the cost of buying them. So taking a bunch of raiders' weapons to sell, you might as well just smelt them down. And that's true here. That's why when I have ships to recover, I don't recover them. I just, I do the in-game, the Starsector's version of smelting them down, which is scuttling them. So anytime you choose not to recover a ship, you're effectively scuttling it for some of its fuel supplies and some of the weapons that were on it. Space recycling. Well, this smuggle run, I'm back up to a reasonable amount of money again. So let's continue restoration. And what's my colony threat at now? Okay, yeah, it's happening next month. Good. What? The Luddic path got rabid. That's why my points went up. Got it. I was wondering about that, because that's a lot more climb than I had before. Ugh. Freaking gravity wells in a storm. Fine, I'll jump into the White Dwarf. I was trying to get to Karis's gravity well, and it was just like, storm! Flung me around like I was a sack of potatoes. $2 mil reasonable? Well, 2 mil in this game is like 1 month of restoring 7% of a megastructure. I mean, it's a lot of money when it comes to like supporting a fleet. Not a lot of money when it comes to a megastructure. Really at all. So I think at this point I am going to... well, I guess my priority is still prep for the SynCon. I'll probably just stick around mostly unless there's some really juicy smuggle deals to make, waiting for the colony crisis to trigger so that I can ambush them early on. And at the end of January, I'm going to turn off the restoration, because I'm not going to be able to afford to do yet another month, given that I'm doing the crisis event. Oh, actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains,